Hey guys, welcome back to Budget with the July Dreamer. My name is Miranda, and on this channel I share with you personal finance content, my personal finance, as well as lifestyle content in the form of vlogs. Today's video is my monthly Transfer Tuesday video where I share with you what's happening with my savings, what's happening with my credit cards, and anything else that I feel like throwing in there. Today I do have some company in the form of my sister's dog. She is my broke best friend. She's out here living her best life as I try to work. It's currently lunchtime on Monday, the 2nd of June. I do have some steak in the oven because, you know, your girl is all about multitasking, making use of the time. And I've just come back from a week's vacation, which means I have 1,000,001 emails to look through. So I've just done about, I want to say 75 emails. Some I had to reply to, some I just had to read up and make note. And my broke best friend is being a little bit extra. So I need to move things around because she'll want to chew the paper. It's a whole mess, you guys. But anyway, if you're new to my video or if you're not familiar with what Transfer Tuesday is a money movement that was started by Mary over at Pennies No Perfection here on YouTube, with the idea being that we look for money within our budget and send that money towards our financial goals. So some of us make extra money on the side and we send that towards our financial goals. Financial goals could be anything that you're working towards. So for me, it has been for the longest time refunding my emergency fund. Okay, my camera lost me there for a second. So I was saying, for me, my financial goals has been refunding my emergency fund for the longest time. I've been working towards that, and I've got a big update for you guys. I think I'll include it in next month's video. For this month's video, I'm just going to give you the highlights. And then I've also been working on repaying some of my debt. So if you watch my debt update videos, you would know that I do have 2 personal loans that I'm trying to pay off. And again, big update coming up on that. Sorry, my broke best friend is like literally moving up and about, so I have to move things around. But anyway, and I'm trying to pay those off, and then I've also got credit cards that I'm trying to pay down. Now the funny thing with credit cards is I pay them down completely, then I spend on them, and then again and the reason why sometimes I hold balances on some of them is because when I travel with my friends or I travel with other people, normally I put the expenses on there because I'm earning points, and then I'm waiting for my friends or whomever I travel with to give me back the money so I can pay back my credit card and then get those points. So sometimes this is why I carry it. Sometimes I would have just overspent, and instead of tapping into my savings, I'm just like, yeah, no. I have a complex about my savings. I have them so that I can spend them, right? And I have my emergency fund so I can use it in times of emergencies. And again, definition of emergency is all up to you. I define my emergencies as something that my insurance is not covering, and I need to just take care of. So yeah, so I do that. But anyway, today's video we're going to do a recap of May. So like I said, this is a monthly video, so I'll recap you on what I shared back in May, just for May, and then I'll share where I am with my savings and then with my credit cards for the month of June as we start the month of June. The numbers obviously always change for the new month because, you know, I'm doing these monthly now. I used to do them weekly, but it's a lot of work, yo. It's a lot of work. But anyway, so I've got a little piece of paper here because I need to keep myself on track, but I also need to remember what I shared. So I look at my previous videos, write those things down, and then write what I need to share. So for May, let me move to the side a little bit so I can have it on here. So for the month of May, for my emergency fund, these funds that I'm sharing with you guys, I keep them with my Monzo bank account. This is an online bank, so I keep these pots with them. They're not like standalone accounts, they're just pots. I have one main account with them, and then I have a lot of pots with them. So the first one is my emergency pot, my sinking fund, my Rainy day fund, which is another emergency fund, vacation fund, 40th birthday. I'll be 38 next month. So we've got about 2 years to save up for my 40th birthday, and then my 1p savings challenge. And then I do have another pot outside of the app with Plum that I use for vacation as well. So starting off with my emergency fund, the big one in May, I was at 511.45 pence. Sinking fund, we had £10.27 because I did have a sinking fund, a bill that came up that I save for every single month last month. So I emptied the sinking fund and there was only £10.27 left. Rainy day fund, this is my second emergency fund. We did empty this for my other expenses. And just a reminder, these funds are meant to be spent, not to be kept. So if I tap into my emergency fund, that's my business, right? That is because I knew that I had the money. So I spent on the card, then I tapped into the savings, and then I spent. I think if that's clear. And then vacation fund, like I said, I have one with Monzo, and then another one that I keep with what is it called? With Plum. Now, I was looking at my videos and I did not have the one that I now have with Monzo. Sorry, I'm blanking here for a second. So Monzo, I had a vacation fund, but it was 0. And then on my Plum, there was £95. So the update for May was that it was £95 in May. And in June, I'll talk about in a moment the difference. Then for my 40th birthday, I was £100.18 last month. And then for my 1p challenge, I'd reached £64.63. So that came roughly to 792.08 in those pots with Monzo. For June, here is the current update. So with June, I had for the emergency fund £16.38. So last month was 500. So this is the big update that will be coming up next month. Like I said, I'll just do breadcrumbs here, but I'll be sharing a lot of updates next month. If I don't make a video later in a month, I would definitely include it in my July transfer Tuesday, so watch out for that. But we did take out 500. I won't tell you what for. Wait for that video. And then for my sinking fund, I didn't add anything to it. So there's £10.30, £10.27 last month. It earned 3 pence interest, so £10.30. Rainy day fund, again, same thing. I didn't add anything to this one. It earned 4 pence in interest. So last month was £10.55. It's now £10.59. Vacation fund. This is where there's a difference. Last month in the pot, there was 0 in Monzo, but there is currently £143.22. The 22 pence is the interest. 143 is what is currently in there. I decided to start the 52-week envelope savings challenge to save spending money for my trip that I have with the girls to Asia in August and September. So the girls and I, my best friends, we've paid for the flights. So now we're starting to pay for the accommodation, and I'm saving this extra on the side because I want to have a lot more spending money when I am there. So that's why I've started this. So £143.22 is what I have currently. So part of the 52-week envelope savings challenge, the total is to save £1,378. So I have managed to save £143. And then the bonus 22 pence is what that account is earning. And then for the Plum app, that is also money that I'm saving for travel as well. So there is currently £128.64. Last month was 95. This time is 128.64. For my 40th birthday, I didn't add anything to this pot. Last month it was £118. It's currently £147. This is all interest. And then 1p challenge, last month was 64.63. It's currently £99.17 at the time of filming this video. So because we've taken out 500 from one of the emergency pots to send it somewhere else, my current update for this is I currently have 508.77 in total for all of these pots, including the Plum app. So that is in terms of the savings. We're now going to move over to the credit cards, where it's a whole mess because May was an interesting month and no regrets from my side. I know what I'm doing. Amex, we had a balance of 500 because I was still waiting for that refund from the airline. I finally got the refund in May, but for May, we then spent on that because I traveled. So the balance is £489. BA, this is British, no, BA. Oh yeah, no, sorry, it's my Barclay card. So my Barclay card was 0 last month. Currently there's 700 balance on there because of all of the, what is it? It's I want to tell you guys what it is exactly, but it's going to be part of the update in July. Oh, I'm even frustrated myself. Sorry, bestie. I just scared my sister's dog. For my Halifax, there was £549.96 in balance. There is currently just under £400. This is the one that I pay back and then spend on. It's my spending card. My Monzo, there was 0 last month, is 100 this at the time of filming this video, so these are accurate numbers as of today. My Lloyd's was 0 last month, is 100 now. My Monzo Flex was 0 last month, there is currently 200. And then my Nationwide was 3,450 last month, there is currently 3,400 at the time of filming this video. So a lot of moving parts with my credit cards. The balance has definitely increased here because of the stuff that I'll share with you guys next month, and I'm very excited to share it with you guys. But for now, I know it's quite annoying. I'm actually quite annoyed with myself, but sometimes you have to wait before you share with the world. You have to kind of like wait first. So that's what I'm doing. But I probably should have mentioned it, but I talk too much, so there is that. But anyway, you guys, this is my Transfer Tuesday. I don't make any live transfers anymore like I used to, purely because I make them across the month and then I give you guys the update on the first Tuesday of the month, as I'm doing today. So this video will go out tomorrow. And yeah, sorry, Brock bestie. But yeah, that is the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video real soon.